Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this episode we're going to be reviewing this gorgeous 2006 CLK63. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I really hope you enjoy it. And if you like this kind of content with my own personal cars, a Ferrari 360 Modena, an SL55 and a C63, it'd be great to have you as a subscriber. So in this episode we're going to be reviewing this beautiful 2006 CLK63. It's an interesting car for me to review because it has elements of both my current AMG cars, the SL55 and the C63. It's a convertible like the SL55, but it also shares its engine with my C63, which is the M156 6.2 litre V8, and obviously it's a four-seater, so it's similar to my C63 in that regard. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look around the outside of the car, have a look at the interior, and then take it out on the road for a drive. So let's get going. So this car's really an interesting transition between the older style Mercedes with the oval headlights and the newer style Mercedes that came in kind of in the mid 2000s. This combines the practicality of a four-seat, but also with the ability to drop the top and have that open top motoring experience. Front spoiler has an aggressive look to it, and it has these vents at the side here which just give it that slightly more purposeful look. I love the way this cover is shaped to match the contours of the seats. Kind of gives it a racing feel, like one of the old two-seater racers. You've got some reasonably sized seats in the back. I think it's probably going to be a bit of a squeeze for adults, but for two kids in the back that would be absolutely fine. This particular car is equipped with keyless entry and also keyless go with the start-stop button on the top of the gear lever there. And as we look inside the cabin, we're presented with a very familiar Mercedes dashboard. Interesting that the clock is given such prominence in this particular car. On the left, the same size as the rev counter on the right. The controls and entertainment system and navigation are all a little bit more updated from the R230 SL class, and we have digital display of the climate control settings, which is new for this generation. Seats are nicely sculpted and they're all fully electrically adjustable, and also have some lumbar control settings over on the left here to adjust the amount of pressure applied at different points in the seat. Doors are trimmed with a nice stainless steel or aluminium kind of finish here, combined with this ruched leather effect, if that's the correct word. And of course build quality is always up to Mercedes' incredible standards, with even polished stainless steel on the ends of the doors here. Let's have a quick look under the bonnet. And we are presented with that familiar M156 V8 engine, which is exactly the same as in my current C63. Beautiful piece of engineering. Each engine is hand built by a single engineer. And really this is one of the last naturally aspirated engines that Mercedes built before transitioning to the turbocharged 4-litre V8s for their AMG cars. One of the great things about this M156 engine is the noise that it makes, and despite only having 2 pipes, it still makes a fantastic sound. Take a listen. So let's just take a quick look in the boot. Obviously, being a convertible, the roof has to take up some space when it's down. This cover here will flip up when the roof is up, so that will give you a lot more space, but still reasonably sized boot for a weekend away. Certainly larger than my SL55 with the roof down. So obviously the standout feature of this car is the convertible top. So let's see how that operates. So foot on the brake and press the button on the top of the gear lever, and the beautiful 6.3 litre V8 burbles into life. So let's get it out on the road and see what it's like to drive. So first impressions are that it is really a very comfortable, quiet and refined car to drive. With the top up, it really is incredibly quiet. The suspension is a more traditional springs and dampers arrangement rather than hydraulic ABC or airmatic as on the SL55. So I think that has its advantages because the amount of maintenance that's required on those systems is a lot more than on traditional springs and dampers. And when you put your foot down, it really does go. It's very rapid. But wind noise is very subdued. Tyre noise is almost inaudible. Very, very comfortable cruiser for long distances. The driving position is good. The seats are really comfortable. You've got electric adjustment of the steering wheel for both reach and rake. And if it's like my SL, that will be tied into the memory settings for the seats. There's a little bit of body roll in the corners, but that's to be expected. Obviously the trade-off between, you know, a comfortable ride and you know, stiffness in those corners, this has probably been adjusted just more towards that comfort setting, as this is, you know, a GT cruiser rather than a sports car, but still a very comfortable car to drive. And it really does have that sporty edge with the V8 sound and performance. So this car's done just under 131,000 kilometers. That's not much for these cars if they're well maintained. Mercedes build quality is of course legendary, and these cars will go on for many, many thousands of kilometers if they're well looked after. So we're going to find a place to put the top down and experience open air motoring. So now with the top down, we really do get to hear that beautiful exhaust note of this car. And suddenly it's transformed into a completely different experience. I personally love top-down motoring. I think it's a great experience. And if you can combine practicality of, you know, 4 seats, reasonable amount of luggage space with a convertible top, you're really getting the best of all worlds. Don't think you'd ever get tired of that exhaust note. So all in all, really impressed with this CLK63. This was one of the cars that I originally considered buying when I was looking for the SL. I put a poll up on YouTube for people to decide or to suggest which car I should get, and the CLK63 came in second to the SL55. So this is the car that I would have got, and I think either of these cars would be a fantastic option if you've got small children that you need to transport around on a regular basis. Obviously this car would make more sense, and the fabric top isn't quite as successful as the metal folding hard top in the SL, which really, as I've said many times, does give you two cars in one. But yeah, a lovely driving experience, very comfortable drive. Can imagine doing lots of long distance cruises in this car, and an absolute bargain nowadays. These cars are so ridiculously depreciated that you can pick up one for a very reasonable price. I mean, this one is currently for sale at the Oldtimer Centre. I'll put a link in the description, for less than $40,000. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, the amount of car you get for that much money. So snap up a bargain. As of today, it's still available. And with summer coming, what better time? So I hope you've enjoyed my brief review of this beautiful CLK63 from 2006. It's a fantastic car to drive. It looks amazing despite being 14 years old, and it manages to package so much into one car. You've got four practical seats, you've got a convertible top, you've got a beautiful 6.3 litre engine, you've got Mercedes build quality. Fantastic car, and it's currently for sale at the Oldtimer Centre in Rydalmere. I will leave a link in the description to this car, so if you're interested in one of these, this is a great example. Anyway, that's just about it for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you did like it, don't forget to smash that like. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber, and hit that notification bell. You can follow me on Instagram down here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.